Out of the two of us, I'm the hoarding shopaholic.
I don't think I've done anything smart financially, quite honestly.
I get this feeling that she might think that I'm this diva.
I'd have tossed your butt out a long time ago. Really, I would have.
Money, 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 money.
My name is Alex. I am a technical support analyst, and I'm also a musician. I'm the main breadwinner. Valerey is collecting employment insurance.
My name is Valerey, and I'm currently studying expressive arts therapy, and I'm a musician. I need to have my home really represent who I am, so buying prints and antiques and collectibles. I'm buying all these things to make myself happy.
We don't like cooking at home. We like going out and eating.
I love to go to a restaurant, probably more than I should, because I feel nurtured.
Some of the things we put on credit card, we put the bass amp, the acoustic guitar. We bought a new mixer, mic stand, $249. The cards hit a max. We had about $50,000 in debt. Getting a degree in jazz composition doesn't give you the best paying jobs.
You know, it's a lot of fun. It's a good way to make some extra money.
Valerey and I want to move to a bigger city because we've had difficulty finding venues to play jazz music. Valerey's taking this course. It's a fairly new field, expressive arts therapy.
Tuition's $5,300, and I had to put that on a credit card. This schooling thing basically just derailed me totally, financially anyway. I want certain sort of standards of living, and, you know, and he couldn't care less about it.
And that has caused many arguments over the years.
I want to have my pretty curtains and my pretty glass.
I want to use the money to sustain my dream, which is to play and record and write music. And I said, Val, I have to quit this job. And she said, no, you can't, because we need to support the lifestyle.
I had to file bankruptcy in January.
Last December, I went into a consumer proposal, so I'm paying that every month.
We're both in our 40s, and we have no savings. We have no emergency fund. We don't have any RSPs, nothing.
Valerey's unemployed right now, and if Gail wants her to find a job, I don't know how well that will go over.
What I'm looking for is to have some real guidance from someone.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. This creative couple makes more than music together. They've also created a financial disaster. Valerey declared personal bankruptcy. Alex went into a consumer proposal, a promise to give up credit and pay back his debt. But even that hasn't woken them up to their financial reality.
Hi.
Hi, Gail Oxlade.
I'm Valerey.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you. Oh, this is a nice big room. Valerey and Alex rent this house, but have decorated it like they will live here forever. Pretty room. If Valerey's finances were even half as organized as her jewelry, I wouldn't need to be here. There are dozens of small touches all over this house, sort of like the house is being dressed up. See? Even the lamp is wearing its own jewelry. This room is a testament to creativity. But who paid for it all? I brought your dolls. I wanted to ask you about the dolls. I found them upstairs.
These are a line of dolls I created. They're healing tools for individuals.
Who is this?
That's perfectionism, and that's a part of me that wants to look perfect on the outside when inside I don't feel perfect.
You need to stop substituting stuff for the life that you wish you had. You're out of touch with your financial reality completely.
Yeah.
So, Alex, what is with you working a crappy job you hate instead of finding a way to make the music the center of your life?
I've never been able to figure it out, how to make that transition.
Well, part of the problem is you're doing it all by yourself, sweetie pie.
We've had a lot of heated discussions over having plans. And I think I've been afraid of plans.
She's not doing anything for you, Alex. You are her workhorse. You know what? There's nothing wrong with working for a living. He's letting you get away with murder. 'Cause I'd have tossed your butt out a long time ago. Really, I would have. What is it you need from her?
Quite honestly,
Yeah?
a plan.
Oh, it doesn't seem like he's asking for so much. Are you ready for this?
Ready to go.
4 months into your bankruptcy, you're acting as if nothing in your behavior needs to change. Look at this. Almost $2,600 a month in cash. I have no idea where that money's going. I'm willing to bet dogs to donuts. You don't have any idea where that money's going. What's wrong with you people? And then we come to this, $400 a month in restaurants.
That's lower than we thought. We calculated once, it was around $1,000.
I want to make you pain. I want to hurt you. You spent money on the second and the second and the third and the fourth 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 and the fifth and the seventh 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 and the 10th and the 11th and the 11th and the 12th, 12, 12, 12, 12. You like to spend money.
Apparently
You
we do.
actually go into overdraft. How do you even have overdraft? Do you know as a bankrupt you're not allowed to have credit of any kind? They shouldn't have given you overdraft protection.
Yeah.
You people are so busy having a great life that you're spending 84% of your income on the life category.
Wow.
You're spending 33% on housing, 17% on transportation, 14% on debt, no savings.
It's more than 100%.
Is it? It's interesting that you raise that because despite the fact that you're in a consumer proposal process and you've gone bankrupt, you're still spending $1,150 a month more than you make. So are you prepared to do anything I tell you to do in order to be clear of this?
Yes,
Anything.
anything.
You're sure, Valerie?
Yeah.
All right, over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. If you do the challenges to my satisfaction, I'll give you up to $5,000. That'll help with your consumer proposal. And it will help you start fresh, right? If you don't do the challenges to my satisfaction, you don't get the money. That simple. Okay? So this month, we're going to get you living on a balanced budget. We're going to get you moving from instant gratification to planning. And we're going to teach you to guard each other from your dumbness. Coming up, Valerey and Alex consider their retirement options.
What is that?
Oh, it's turned into a little house.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Valerey and Alex are living in a doll's house, but their finances look more like a house of horrors.
You're out of touch with your financial reality completely.
She declared bankruptcy, and she's unemployed. So Alex works like a dog to support them both.
At times, I have felt resentful that she was working part-time and I was working full-time.
She's selfish.
I feel like I've been dethroned a little bit.
This 40-something couple spends a lot of time making art and music, but not enough time making money or planning for the future. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money.
Here I have for you your jars. You will notice there's nothing written on them. That's because I'm not putting the money in the jars this week. And the reason is that you have a very significant issue that neither of you are dealing with at all. You are about 20 to 25 years away from retirement, and you have not one red cent saved for the future.
When Valerey and Alex retire, their government pension will give them $2,773 a month, a lot less than the $4,900 they now earn. Time for a dose of reality.
This week you have a future plan challenge. You are, in essence, going to go from spending the $6,000 you have been spending to spending just under $3,000. And you have to make the budget work. So I have for you a visual aid. On top of this, if you decide that you're going to stay in this space and that's within your 35%, then okay. If it's not within your 35%, then you're going to have to find another place to live that's within your budget. Very useful exercise. It's going to scare your pants off, I hope.
I think the hardest part of this week's challenge is going to be working through the retirement planning exercise and the budget. There'll be some heated moments and some disagreements. So at 35%, housing will give us $971 a month.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. The way I look at it is that we need a place to rehearse, and I don't think if being in a really small place is going to work.
To scale down the cost of housing, Alex has drummed up a plan.
Wow. What is that?
If we ever want to move, we have some options.
Would you want to live here?
I haven't seen the inside yet. It's very quaint.
Wow. I don't even know if I'd like this for a tour bus.
This is a living room. So you wouldn't have to get up to change a channel.
There's many a nights you've said, oh God, I wish we had a jacuzzi. I'd love to climb into the jacuzzi right now. Well, where is it going to be here, you know?
Yeah.
Do you really want to be in here when all we can do is sit and drool and watch soap operas?
You decided you didn't want to live in a place like this.
Well, for me,
No. I have no problem with your stand on this. You're being honest. You have to be realistic. You'd last 32 seconds and then you'd run screaming from this place and you'd be like, I need more money. Now is when you have the time to plan. So reasonable housing, you know you've taken your housing costs up to 42% of your income.
Yeah.
To get it back in line, you need to have more money than what the government pension would give you. What was the debate over savings?
I wanted to add to savings.
Okay, why?
To go on trips, to...
Oh, okay. No, so we have a misunderstanding on the concept of savings. Savings is money you don't spend unless you are destitute
Okay.
or have so much money it doesn't matter anymore. And since in your budget, you have set aside absolutely no money whatsoever for medical and dental, and you're going to be old, you better have a big fat emergency account, okay? Have you given any thought to the fact that he's going to die 8 years before you do? Statistically, men do not have the longevity of women. And the way you're working him right now, you'll probably burn him out fast. That's why you have to take seriously this whole idea that you have to start saving very actively for retirement. Because if you don't, this is your future. I think you did a great job last week. And considering you've never done this before, you showed the right kind of effort, okay? So now we come to the new challenge this week. This is your Budget Booster Challenge.
Okay.
And here's what I want from you. It's time to get real and get a job. He's spending way too much of his time working and not enough time having any fun. And you people need to be making way more money in order to be slotting away the money you need to save a decent nest egg for retirement. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a job where you are making at least $2,100 a month net.
I don't know realistically right now if I can meet Gail's challenge of $2,100 a month.
Alex, I want you to find a way to make money doing the thing you love, which is your music. Okay?
Getting a degree in jazz composition doesn't give you the best paying jobs.
So that is why Alex and I have made the decision that we are in the process of moving to a bigger city to pursue more artistically and professionally.
Coming up, will Valerey and Alex be singing for their supper?
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Valerey and Alex want to live like bohemian artists, but they also want to shop and eat out whenever they feel like it. To help them choose between art and money, I put them on their projected retirement budget, and what they saw wasn't pretty.
I don't even know if I'd like this for a tour bus.
If they complete all my challenges, I'll give them up to $5,000. Now they have to get to work.
You think it's great to be on unemployment insurance.
Girl, get a job. When it comes to making money, we'll see how creative this couple really is.
So I think I'm going to have to do kind of freelance ideas right now, go around to some music schools and see if they're looking for anyone.
Maybe you can show me a bit more how you would work with a student.
When you're playing lower down on the strings, you want to do that.
Is this a career that you want to take up?
No, it wouldn't be my would be my aspiration.
How much teaching experience do you have?
Basically, I have no teaching experience.
Alex hit all the wrong notes at the interview.
Could you show me a little bit of what you would do with the student?
Valerie found her own way to blow it.
You got rock singers, that's what they
Yeah.
want. That's all fine with the breath and that, but if you want to teach here, you really have to appeal to that crowd. Like, how are you going to capture them?
Now that can also rock out.
Alex is convinced he's only going to make money from his music if he's discovered, which means he'll always have an excuse. And I didn't tell Valerie that she had to have a music-related job. She just couldn't think outside the box. All in all, I'm not impressed. So did you make any money this week?
No.
How about you?
I made about $60.
It's a long way to $2,100.
Working full-time right now doesn't work logistically for me. I'd have to be working an 80 or 90-hour week right now, and in order to meet all of that.
This week's challenge is the Relationship Rescue Challenge. You guys are like two peas in a pod, and it means nobody's pushing anybody in this relationship. So in this week's challenge, I am giving you the opportunity to push each other.
Okay.
If you don't do it, you might as well just give up on the dream. If you do it, then you stand a chance of making your dream a reality.
Okay.
Okay.
Coming up, will Valerie accept the challenge?
Gail, I hope you are somewhere.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Valerie spent a lot of money feathering her nest. But when it came to paying the bills, she took the easy way out and declared personal bankruptcy. Partner Alex wants to live the creative life, but is stuck in a job he hates just to pay the bills.
I have no time to do any music. I'm just dying artistically here.
I tried to show them how grim the future would be if they only had government pensions to live on.
We're probably going to be in a home getting fed crackers every day.
But it wasn't enough to motivate them to make more money. Now they've got one more chance to prove to me they can make the changes and push each other to go for their dreams.
Okay, what you guys will be doing today is an 80-foot cliff behind me. You guys will be rappelling each other down this cliff to the ground. Now, you guys will be ensuring each other's safety. It is very dangerous. Okay, we will be 80 feet above the ground on a rope.
Okay.
I have vertigo. This is going to be very interesting.
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
Valerie and Alex have big plans, but no follow-through.
A little more slack. Stop.
In this challenge, I want them to discover that supporting your partner sometimes means pushing them out of their comfort zone.
That's good.
I have you as a backup.
Okay, it's like when we're on stage and I forget the lyrics, you better friggin' back me up. Like, it's very similar, except I could die.
What are you feeling right now? You feeling you're gonna slip?
I don't like that ledge. Like, oh! Okay, what do I look at now?
What I want you to do is look at me, feel the strength of the rope.
Okay, little,
Yeah.
little.
Keep the knee straight.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
You will.
No, it's gonna break.
It's not gonna break. It's not. Take a deep breath.
I'm going down.
That's
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Valerie had to face a fear, and I had to push her to face that fear.
For me, the cliff exercise was very transformational. I feel that it's really allowed me to face things in my life.
You're pretty panic-stricken diving off the edge of that cliff, weren't you?
I just persevered because I didn't want you to win.
But when I win, you win, okay?
Yeah.
What did you learn from it?
I don't take enough risk.
And you were afraid the rope was going to break
Oh,
the whole time.
I did. I
You
really
realize
did.
he is your rope? Mm-hmm. Do you realize you have been wearing him? Are you waiting for him to break?
No,
So what are you going to do differently moving forward? Who's paying the bills?
both of us. I have work lined up, and we're also looking at a way of arranging for Alex that he can ease up his schedule.
What have you learned from the jars?
We actually have money in the bank now, and it just feels good to be able to have that extra money to use for a plan.
So when are you moving? Have you set a date?
We're looking at the fall.
Do you think that in 6 months' time you're going to be able to say, okay, we're this close, we just need another 6 months?
No.
Because that's what I see you doing with your whole life. It's always this close,
Yeah,
but this close is never close enough to actually do it.
right.
Well, one of the things we've talked about too is that the time is now.
Listen, when I got here, you were living in bankruptcy, but still managing to overspend more than $1,100 a month, right? You had no plan for the future. I challenged you to look forward to see what your future would be like. And I think you both agreed that life on a bus would suck. So I asked you to go out and get some more money. And in that area, you just couldn't make that happen. I want you to learn to take risk, but you have to be willing to go out on a limb. And I think you did get that message.
Yes.
Okay. Neither one of you passed the second challenge.
Okay.
Okay? So for you, I have a check for $3,000.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I wish you the best of luck. Okay? Have a very interesting life ahead of you.
You think? I'm a little disappointed, to be honest, because I think the second task was really unrealistic.
And it doesn't matter whether the paycheck comes or not. The important thing is that we do the art.